Mr. Mayor, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stephen Kingsnorth of Warrington Borough Ministry. I'm Faith Advisor to the Borough Council and this year the Mayor. And my first colleague in the Methodist ministry was in the city of Derby 40 years ago. He was called the Reverend John Bland, and indeed he led my marriage ceremony. And by coincidence, he was born and bred in Warrington. And when I heard about this event and looked it up online, it was his story that I found recorded there. Thames Board Mills produced cardboard boxes for gas masks and boxes for Red Cross parcels, and had shared a long history with this town. Saturday afternoon, a stray German bomber on its way back from Manchester along the ship canal spotted the large crowd of people at the fete and decided to unload his last remaining bomb. One bomb completely wrecked the light wooden club. 2 families were partly wiped out, members of others lie in hospital gravely wounded. It was all over in seconds, the borough, but we remember in particular those who lost their lives and their families. The Mayor's going to lay a wreath. I'm going to record the names of those who died, and then we will observe silence. Mr. Mayor. Those who lost their lives that day were Donald Ackerley, Henry Williamson Cooper, Albert Wallace Cox, Albert William Cox, Rhoda Hannah Gittings Cox, May Domville, Amy Heath Edwards, Ruth Jackson, Beatrice Hannah Parker, Anne Lawson, aged 2, William Stanley Reynolds, Lillian Maud Springham, William George Springham, William James Taylor, William John Taylor, aged 3, Albert Webb, aged 3. Others died subsequently. May they all continue to rest in peace.
Stephen, we're here today 75 years after a big moment in the town's history which almost passed us by.
It just shows how easily these things get forgotten and can slip by, and thanks to Warrington Worldwide and the Forum and others who stirred up the memory and pursued this cause. And once I heard about it, I pursued it online and discovered that a colleague of mine, John Bland, had written the recollection as he grew up as a child in Warrington. So yes, it's a tragic story with 16 killed in one day, the worst atrocity to hit Warrington during the war, and yet it could have slipped by. So we've gathered 75th anniversary to remember, to lay a wreath, because we're such a strong community in Warrington. It's very important that we do remember these events and learn from them.
And it was good to see so many people turn out.
Yes, I mean, we had no idea whether just a dribble of folk would come, but a good mix of the VIPs and Commoner Garden community people of Warrington. So an excellent way to remember, commemorate and move on. Yes.